Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with you how I make my tortilla soup. So for this recipe, you're going to need 2 cups of shredded chicken. I chose to use a jar of my home canned chicken. If you're going to boil chicken, it's about 2 chicken breasts that you need for this recipe. And here I am reserving the liquid from mine. And then I'm going to add water to get up to 4 cups to make 4 cups of chicken stock. Using the reserved liquid I had, plus a couple teaspoons of this Better Than Bouillon chicken base. If you're boiling chicken, just reserve 4 cups of the cooking liquid from your chicken, and then I'm just going to shred my chicken and set it aside. Then I'm going to add about 8 ounces of elbow noodles to a pot to get those boiling, and then I'm going to get started chopping up some of the veggies that I need for my soup. So the first thing that I need is a large yellow onion. So I'm just going to dice this pretty fine. And then along with a yellow onion, I also need about 4 or 5 cloves of garlic, and you can totally adjust this depending on your taste. And to my pot, I'm going to bring it up over medium heat and add a couple teaspoons of olive oil and about 2 tablespoons of butter because I like the way it tastes better with both rather than just one or the other. And then once that gets nice and melted, I'm going to go ahead and add my onions and my garlic. And I'm just going to saute my onions and my garlic for a few minutes until it gets nice and translucent. And then once my noodles are done and they are nice and soft, I'm going to go ahead and take those off the heat and drain them. And then I'm going to set them aside until I need them in a minute. Now that my onions and garlic are nice and translucent, I am going to go ahead and add my 4 cups of chicken stock that you saw me making earlier. So I'm going to go ahead and mix that in. And then along with that, I'm going to add a 28-ounce can of crushed tomatoes and a 10-ounce can of Rotel, and I'm just going to mix that all together. And now we are moving on to our spices. So for our first spice that we're going to use is 2 teaspoons of chili powder. And then also 1 teaspoon of cumin, and about half a teaspoon of oregano and half a teaspoon of cayenne pepper. And then I'm also going to add about 1/4 of a teaspoon of ground coriander. And then I'm just going to mix this all together until it's all combined. And then I'm also going to add some salt and fresh cracked pepper to taste. And then I'm just going to stir that in, and then I'm going to let this thicken up on the stove for about 5 to 10 minutes while I chop the rest of my veggies. So I'm going to chop about half a cup of cilantro. I'm going to just like finely chop it. And then I'm also going to cut a lime in half. And then I'm also going to cut an avocado in half. And then to my soup, I'm going to go ahead and add the noodles that I set aside earlier and mix those in. And then I'm going to add in my shredded chicken and mix that all in. And then I'm also going to add a can of corn, although you can use about 1.5 cups of frozen corn or even fresh corn if you would like. And then after that, I'm going to add in my cilantro and my lime juice and mix it all together. And now that everything is fully combined in our pot, I'm just gonna let it sit on the stove at about a medium heat for about 5 minutes just to make sure all the flavors are completely put together. And then we like to serve this obviously by putting it in a bowl. And then we like to add some toppings to ours. So we like to add some shredded cheese, a couple of lime wedges in case we want more lime juice, some avocado, and then of course some tortilla chips or tortilla strips, whichever ones you prefer. And that is it. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in my next one.